In this lesson, you will learn how to answer question 26 in the New York State Regents exam. This question involves the controlling idea paragraph. Before beginning this lesson, please go to the following website and find the exam from August 2011. You'll need that to read and mark up. Also, get ready to take some notes. Please pause this video while you collect those items. Steps for question 26. The first step is not to read the passages. Your actual first step is to read the writing response prompt for question 26. It's found on page 13 of the exam. The writing response prompt for this test says the following. Write a well-developed paragraph in which you use ideas from both Passage 1, the memoir excerpt, and Passage 2, the poem, to establish a controlling idea about parting. Develop your controlling idea using specific examples and details from both Passage 1 and Passage 2. Now you know what you're writing for. You know your controlling idea is about parting. And a reminder before you start reading your passages is a paragraph consists of three main focuses. First, an introductory sentence, and then supporting details for the introductory sentence, and finally a concluding sentence. And a paragraph in this setting usually consists of 7 to 9 sentences. The remaining steps are as follows. So now that you have the controlling idea about parting in your mind, your next step, step 2, is to read passage 1, marking the text as you read. What do you mark? Well, think about things that relate to the idea of parting. Is it cool? Is it not cool? Is it sad? Is it happy? Why do people part? That's what you should be marking as you read your passage. Then, do not go on and read passage 2. Instead, answer your multiple choice questions for passage 1. Again, the hint at the bottom, while you are reading your passages, keep the controlling idea about parting in mind as you mark your text. Now go on and read passage 2, which involves marking the text as you read, again, and this time, when you're done, also answer the multiple choice questions for passage 2. Sometimes there will be another multiple choice question that relates to both passages, and you should answer that at this time as well. Next, step 6. Now consider the angle the pieces take on the controlling idea of parting. After reading both passages, I've determined that the controlling idea of these passages is that parting can be bittersweet, especially when the separation involves a promising opportunity. Bittersweet, bitter meaning kind of sad, but sweet meaning also kind of happy. Again, a reminder is that your paragraph consists of an introductory sentence, supporting details, and concluding sentence, and usually consists of at least 7 to 9 sentences. In this case, our introductory sentence, I kind of like to have 2 sentences. I call my first one an attention grabber or an introduction to my introduction. It's a short anecdotal sentence, a short sentence that tells a tiny story, which you'll see in a moment. I follow that up with an introductory sentence, which is an overview of the angle about parting that can be bittersweet, just an overview, and the fact that both pieces take on the controlling idea. So here is the green sentences. My attention grabber. Visit any airport or train station, and one can observe the emotions involved with parting from loved ones. And here's my introductory sentence. Parting can be difficult, but can also bring hope and positive changes. Your next job is to have 2 or 3 sentences that are supporting details. These supporting details should come from passage 1 only, and should involve its examples of the controlling idea. In what places in the passage did you see that parting can be bittersweet? And here you'll see. Passage 1, the memoir by Da Chen, depicts the promise of a young man's acceptance into a prestigious university. In order to attend the college thousands of miles away, the narrator must part from his family, which proves to be difficult. His mother cries, but a smile shone through her tears, which shows the reader the mother is sad about parting, but excited that 30 years of humiliation had suddenly come to an end. He would soon be the first person in his family to attend college and escape the life of poverty in China's farming industry. So when I reported on my passage 1, I really only reported on the details that involved parting being happy and parting being sad. And notice that I also quoted. It's a really good technique to quote, but you really need to know how to do so properly. First of all, always have the exact words inside those quotation marks. And secondly, learn how to cite properly by putting your parentheses after the quotation mark and cite your information in there, then a parentheses, then your end mark. In that case, it's a comma, but over here you do see the period end mark. So now you have your introductory sentence and your supporting details from passage 1. Next, you need a transition word to move from one to the other. Sometimes you'll have passages that contradict one another, showing two different sides of the same situation, but in this case we see similar passages, so a good transition word is the word similarly. Next, having 2 to 3 sentences with supporting details from passage 2 and its angle on the controlling idea. How does passage 2 relate to parting being bittersweet? Passage 2, a poem by Yvonne Winters to his daughter, illustrates a daughter parting from her father to seek a new path. Lines 6 and 7 imply that the narrator will have a difficult time parting from his daughter because he feels that she needs protection. However, he is aware that although the separation will destroy him, he is also mindful that this must be done. Line 13. So there you see again that I only took information from the poem that dealt with parting being promising and parting being sad. Finally, the concluding sentence, how both passages relate to the idea of parting being bittersweet. What's the underlying theme of both passages and the idea of parting being bittersweet? In conclusion, the information in these passages exemplifies the controlling idea that parting, especially for an exciting opportunity, can be emotional but full of promise. So here you'll notice that I mentioned this underlying theme of parting. But also I want to show you another sort of trick, and that trick involves the words in conclusion. In conclusion is actually not really acceptable when writing anymore. But if you're used to using the words in conclusion, some people like to use this as a little crutch. And if you're used to using them, I suggest that you still use those words in conclusion. And write your concluding sentence or your entire concluding paragraph, and then do this. Cross out the words in conclusion, capitalize the first letter, and you will see that you have an excellent concluding sentence. The information in these passages exemplifies the controlling idea that parting, especially for an exciting opportunity, can be emotional but full of promise. So there you go. There is your tutorial on how to complete question number 26 for the controlling idea paragraph on the New York State Regents exam. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via email shown at the bottom of your screen.